Everyone thinks that decluttering is just about getting rid of their stuff, but that's not the whole story. What if the way you've been told to declutter is actually making it harder for you? I've been through it myself. I've decluttered things that I've later regretted, kept things out of guilt, and really struggled to find a balance between the two. There's a truth about decluttering that no one talks about, and once you hear it, I promise it'll change the way you look at your home forever. I hear it all the time. I love my stuff. I don't want to be a minimalist. Or my family heirlooms have stories and I don't want to get rid of them. And you know what? You don't have to. But here's the thing. If you've ever decluttered something only to regret it later or felt guilty for keeping things that you love, you're not alone. I get it because I've been there. I mean, I moved a brick my daughter brought me back from the beach as a Mother's Day gift. It lives proudly in my garden right now. And honestly, if I were to ever to move, that brick would probably come with us too. Some things are clutter. Some things are sentimental. The trick is knowing the difference. Today, I'm busting the biggest decluttering myths and I'm sharing the truth that no one tells you. Because once you understand this, decluttering will finally make sense. The first point I want to make is that decluttering isn't about getting rid of everything. People hear declutter and immediately assume that it means throwing everything away. But real decluttering isn't about getting rid of all the things. It's about keeping the right things. The things that make your home functional, comfortable, and meaningful to you. Yes, you. If you love your milk glass collection, display it. If you rotate through your family's good dishes for celebrations, embrace them. If you love having lots of books on your bookshelf, celebrate it. The problem isn't what you keep, it's what you keep out of guilt, obligation, or because you think you should. And I want to be clear, this is day-to-day decluttering. Decluttering to sell your home, that's a whole different story. As a realtor, when I go into homes and suggest decluttering, it's to prepare for a sale. That means a lot of depersonalizing, which is not what we're talking about here. This is about making your home work and function for you, not for potential buyers. The second point is that minimalism and decluttering are not the same thing. Minimalism is a lifestyle choice that works for some people, but decluttering can be for everyone. You don't have to live in a stark, empty home to be organized and at peace in your space. Decluttering is about making your home work for you, not following a trend. Some people thrive with that clear, minimal space. They like clean, clear aesthetics that minimalism will offer them. Others love a home filled with personal treasures. They want to feel cozy and reminded of people and events in their lives. The key is to make sure that your space doesn't overwhelm you. If you're shoving things into overstuffed cupboards and you can't find what you're looking for, or you're tripping over end tables and don't have any open surfaces to set a drink on, surfaces to set a drink on, that's when clutter becomes a problem. The third point is that decluttering should never lead to regret. Have you ever donated something only to wish you had it back? You think you're doing the right thing only to regret it the moment you pull out of the parking lot. That's usually a sign you've decluttered for the wrong reason. Maybe you got caught up in a get rid of everything mindset. Maybe you felt pressure to follow a minimalist trend. But real decluttering is about balance. If you're unsure about something, set it aside for a bit. That is exactly why I use the maybe box. If you haven't seen my video on it, I'll link it in the description down below. But the idea is a very simple one. Put the items you aren't sure about in a box, tuck it away, and give yourself time. If you don't miss them after a set period, you can let them go with confidence. And that's the magic. The maybe box doesn't just store your stuff. It reveals your attachment to things that might not actually matter. Decluttering is not about rushing to empty your home. It's about making thoughtful decisions that you won't regret later. Point number 4 is that decluttering is about function, not just aesthetics. A perfectly staged, decluttered, and Pinterest-worthy home looks beautiful. There is no doubt. I'm not disputing that. But if it doesn't function well for your daily life, what's the point? Decluttering isn't just about making your home look good. It's about creating a space that supports your routines and reduces your stress levels. As you're working through your home, ask yourself, can I easily access the things I use daily? Do I spend more time shuffling clutter than actually enjoying my space? These are the two questions that matter most, not whether your shelves look social media perfect. Mine certainly don't. Point number 5 is that decluttering is an ongoing process. It's not a one-time event. Your home is never going to be done. Life changes, needs change. Clutter always tends to creep back in. Decluttering isn't something you do once and forget about it. It's something you're going to revisit as your life evolves. And I know this firsthand. My Tupperware cupboard will always be a work in progress. I have tried all sorts of ways to organize it and make it function, but there is always some level of upkeep involved. Why? Because I don't live alone. The person who set up the Tupperware system, me, isn't always the person putting the Tupperware away. My husband and kids do the dishes, and let's just say their organizational standards don't always match mine. Or we get takeout, and my husband, who loves those plastic containers, will wash them up and toss them into the mix, throwing off my carefully curated system. So when I go to grab a storage container, the cupboard rarely looks the way I want it to. And unless I take on the responsibility of managing that drawer myself, which I do not want to do, I have to accept that every once in a while I'm going to have to go in and reorganize and clean it all out. Decluttering is rarely one and done. Some spaces will always need maintenance, and that is okay. What's the one spot in your home that tends to attract the clutter no matter what? Talk about it. Let's share our pain points and know that we're not in this alone. So now that we've uncovered the truth about decluttering, let's take it one step further. If your space still feels cluttered even after going through the process of decluttering, you might just need better organization. Check out my video on how to organize your cluttered space, where I show you how to make your home feel streamlined and functional without getting rid of the things you love. I'll see you over there.